Good morning, everyone. Today I will teach you how to answer Moet writing task 1 correctly. This is an informal letter or email reply. The easiest way to score marks is to follow the format, answer all notes, and keep your ideas relevant and simple. First, let us understand this situation. Okay. Miss Lim from the Food Sharing Foundation sent a letter asking for help. We must reply to her letter. The question already gives us notes on the right side. As you can see, we only need to answer every note clearly. Now, let us look at the format step by step. We start with the address. For a reply letter, you write your address on the top right corner. Okay, just exactly like it is sent by the sender, which is Miss Lim. For example, you can write on the right side, number 15, Taman Sri Murni, 91000 Tawau, Sabah. After that, leave one line and write the date. Okay, make sure there's a gap between your address and the date. Okay, then you write the date, 14 May 2024, for example. Okay, remember the date must be logic. Miss Lim's letter was written on 6 May, so your reply must be after that, not before. Okay, and then not too far away. Give it 3 or 7 days the most. Okay, next is the salutation. Just as the sender has salutation, your reply should also have salutation. Since sender already called us Miss Susanna, we can reply politely with Dear Miss Lim. After that, begin with opening remarks. Your response should begin with an opening remark, which will be indicated as OR, achieved. Then you can thank her for writing to you. This is indicated as sentence A1, achieved. Okay, for example, how are you? Okay, that is considered an OR. I am all hale and hearty. I'm happy to know about your food sharing project and so thankful that you are planning to give away some food for my neighborhood. This answers the first note, which says thank her. Next, we move to the second note. The note says great, and there's 2 sentences which is indicated as 2A and 2B. It is advisable for you to reply to both sentences. In your reply, you should support the project and say something positive about helping families. Even better, literally use the word great or its synonym in your reply. For example, you can say, I think this project is great and very meaningful because many families are struggling with the high cost of living. Okay, the food boxes can help them prepare proper meals for the children. Okay, so now you see, notice how the ideas are simple, relevant, and realistic. And most importantly, follow what the note wants and reply to both of the sentences, 2A and 2B. Okay, Band 4 writing does not need difficult vocabulary. Clear ideas are more important. So now we answer the third note. There is one sentence written by Miss Lim, but in that single sentence, 3A, she asked 2 things, okay, in paragraph 3. Okay, what she asked, what items should be included? And the second question is, where is the location? So your answer must include both. For example, you can say, I would like to suggest rice, cooking oil, canned food, biscuits, noodles, milk powder, and bread for the food boxes. I think the community hall would be the best place for the families to collect the boxes because it is easy to find and has enough parking space. Okay, so always answer all parts of the question. If one sentence asks 2 questions, answer both questions. Okay, now we move to the last note, which consists of 2 sentences, 4A and 4B. Advisable to reply to 4A, although 4B is the most important because it's the question to the note where Miss Lim asks how neighbors can help. This is where the question specifically wants 2 ways. So you write 2 ways. For example, you can say, My neighborhood would definitely be delighted to join this project. My neighbors can help by donating food items and volunteering during the distribution day. They can also help to pack the food boxes for the families. Okay, so simple and direct answers are enough. Finally, write the closing remarks. Okay, for example, you can say, I hope your project will run smoothly. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Okay, so another word is saying goodbye and wishing well to that person. Okay, then sign off politely. You can say yours sincerely, Susanna, just like the sender's letter. Okay, so now I will read to you the full sample answer. All right, you can write like this. Okay, you start with the address, number 15, Taman Sri Murni, 91000 Tawau, Sabah. Okay, you leave a line empty and then write the date, 14 May to 2024 or 2024. And then you, next thing you write is the salutation. Dear Miss Lim, how are you? Thank you for your letter. I am happy to know about your food sharing project in our neighborhood. I think this project is very meaningful because many families are facing financial problems nowadays. The food boxes will help them prepare proper meals for their families and children. Okay, I would like to suggest rice, cooking oil, canned food, instant noodles, biscuits, and milk powder to be included in the food boxes. I think the community hall will be the best location for the families to collect the boxes because it is convenient and spacious. I believe my neighbors would be interested in helping your project. They can donate food items and also volunteer to pack and distribute the food boxes. I hope your project will be successful. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Yours sincerely, Susanna. So, that's the sample. This sample is suitable for a Band 4 student because the format is correct, all notes are answered, the ideas are relevant, the vocabulary is simple, and the grammar is mostly correct. So therefore, when writing during the exam, remember these 4 important tips. Follow the format carefully. Second, answer every note. Third, use simple, correct sentences. And lastly, make sure your ideas match the situation given. And then the most important thing is when you write your reply, make sure you mention again everything the sender mentioned in their letter. For example, in this question, the sender mentioned food sharing project, right? You should also mention food sharing program. This is to avoid you writing irrelevant response, because the moment you do not mention back what is being said, the examiner will pretend like they do not know what you are talking about. So carefully write your reply by mentioning back everything they ask you about. Okay?